Hey everyone, today's video is going to be a bit of a detour compared to the usual content here on VGCE. Recently I was approached by Cammus to try their entry-level wheel, the Cammus C5, and I said yes, so here we are. In this video we're going to take a look at the wheel Cammus offers for $250, along with the separately purchasable accessories and pedals that I received with the wheel. I would like to disclose at the beginning that I was given the product for free by Cammus and did not receive any monetary payment for this video other than the wheel and its bundle. There's no contract binding me to say certain things about the product. I have complete freedom regarding what I say in the video, only needed to follow standard FTC guidelines. I'm not an expert sim racer. In the past, I've only used gear-driven Logitech wheels for extended periods, so this direct resolution of feedback is a new experience for me. Given that, my takes on the wheel are likely not going to be professional. However, as far as I'm aware, I have 2 hands and 2 eyes, so I'm able to get a feel for what this wheel is like. If you're looking for a review that goes in depth into every single screw on the wheel, this video is probably not for you. Okay, so let's start with the centerpiece of the package I received, the wheel. This is the Cammus C5 entry-level direct drive wheel, which, if I'm not mistaken, is one of, if not the cheapest direct drive wheels on the market, priced at $250. As you might have already noticed, this isn't the most conventional looking wheel, and this is because the direct drive motor, which delivers 5 Nm of force at max by the way, is installed right behind the wheel, eliminating the need for a separate base. Of course, this has the drawbacks of not being able to switch out the wheel for a different one, but it also has its positives. First, the wheel is compact and easy to store, even with a separately purchasable desktop clamp, which I'll talk about later in the video. This is a huge plus for me, since I don't have a rig and can't leave the wheel installed in a dedicated spot. It would also be easy to carry it to different places if needed, since all the hardware is on the wheel and the clamp can be disassembled into pieces. One thing to mention before we go further is that the wheel I received works only on PC, not consoles. Moving on to the materials and ergonomics, the C5 does a pretty good job. I personally really like the design. The middle segment of the wheel has this nice looking carbon fiber texture with the outer rim made out of brushed metal, giving it a premium feel despite its relatively low price. Here we also have a generous amount of 23 programmable buttons and knobs. They feel nice to press down on and provide good feedback. There is also a rev and speed indicator, which I personally rarely notice while driving, but it's nice to have them. Then, there is the rim itself, using leather with stitching on the inside. It's a good quality leather and looks great, but tends to collect stains, especially with sweaty hands. And at last we have our pedals in the back. They're small, really small. You can get somewhat used to them after a while, but I would have preferred them just to be a little bit bigger. They are also made out of plastic, and I would say they are fine, but the pedals are definitely not the strongest part of the wheel. Before I start talking about how the C5 feels during action, let's talk a bit about the desk clamp and pedals. So the clamp, I don't know what I could tell about it. It's made out of metal and feels sturdy enough. When latched onto my desk, it doesn't wiggle around at all, so overall it does its job great. This clamp also houses a blower fan, which blows some air onto the base to keep it cool. You don't really notice it during driving, it's pretty silent. And now let's move on to the pedals, which is a 2-pedal setup, so there is no clutch. Of course you can use any other USB pedals if that's something you miss, but these work fine. They are also made out of metal and feel nice to press down on with decent resistance, though I would have preferred a bit more on the brakes. They use small magnets to translate pedal movement into input, and from my experience they do it pretty accurately. As I mentioned previously in the video, the pedals and the clamp are sold separately, so they don't come with the wheel unless you buy them in the bundle. When purchased separately, the pedals cost $80 and the clamp $30. In a bundle, they all cost $330, so the clamp is basically thrown in for free. So, how does it feel to use the Cammus C5? Honestly, it's great. The steering feels precise and clean with no janky behavior, the feedback from the direct drive motor feels accurate, and the 5 Nm of strength is really pushing what my desk can withstand. I didn't have any issues setting up the wheel in the games I tried so far, it acted as it should in all of them. The wheel also comes with its own software, where you can set all kinds of parameters, including the overall strength of the feedback and the maximum steering angle, which is 2520 degrees. The pedals included in the bundle can also be fine-tuned here. And now, here's some gameplay of me driving in a variety of games with the Cammus C5.
keep middle of a jump, 50. 6 left of a jump long, tightens of a crest, jump. 120. Keep right into 5 left long, narrow over bump. Into 6 right, 80. For the long crest into 6 left, tightens past junction, 30. Don't cut through bales. Keep right of a 30, turn 1 right. Opens of a crest, gravel, 50. 5 left. Into flat right of a crest. Opens long, tightens of a jump. Into 5 left of a crest, tightens very long into 4 left, 40, 5 right, tightens 3, extra long, 40, 3 left, opens extra long, tightens into 3 right long, into 6 left of a crest, opens long, 30, 3 left of a crest, 60.
This is an entry-level wheel, so I'm sure the experience can be even more intense with higher-end options. However, what the Cammus C5 offers for its price is pretty convincing, especially here in Hungary, where the best you can get in stores for the same price is a bell-driven wheel, even including shipping costs. This is not the last video I'm going to make on this wheel. In a few weeks, I will return with a longer-term experience video. I've only put a few hours into the wheel so far, so this was more of an overview. Also, this is the first time I made a video like this, so forgive me if this wasn't the greatest thing you've ever seen. Hopefully I'll get better with this kind of content in the future. Thanks for giving me your attention, and in case you're interested about this wheel, you can check it out through the link in the video's description or the pinned comment. With that link you get a 5% off discount, and you can also support the channel if you decide to purchase the wheel or the bundle or anything else really. Alright, time to end this video. Thanks for watching, bye.